Hi Stampers, my name's Cheri. Welcome to my studio. If you follow me on Facebook, you may have caught my live, which was totally spontaneous, and I didn't intend to do it, and I had to move all this stuff over, and now I've moved it all back. But just as I was getting ready to film this video, which is a super cute card, the doorbell rang, and it was Mr. UPS man, and he brought my order. More than half of it's still downstairs because it's so heavy, because I have all of your catalogs, which this is just some of them. So I have the sale-a-bration ones. I don't think this is all of them. There's more downstairs in the super heavy box that I'm going to leave for my husband to carry up. Actually, I'll leave a bunch of the catalogs downstairs because we'll just start the process of getting them all ready to get in the mail to you tonight. So I will have them in the mail maybe Friday. There's a slight chance that they may go Thursday, definitely by Saturday. So if you have ordered from me since June 1st of this year, then you're already good to go. So if you've ordered at my home, which most of you will be able to pick yours up Friday at camp, or on my website, then that will be going, you'll have one. If you've taken a class from me and you're not a demonstrator and you've taken more than one, and you haven't ordered, then shoot me an email. I have maybe 10 extra, but I pull all of my addresses from my website orders. So that's how I get them. And if you've never ordered from me before and you want a catalog, then email me. If I have extras this time, I will. If you definitely want one, then go to my website and place an order. I don't think that I have maybe 10 extras because I paid to overnight this order and I didn't want to pay to overnight a bunch of extra catalogs. I will have more coming soon. So then this video also changed, and I will show you because I've had a baby. So this video, originally I was going to use our cut emboss machine, which I love, 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 love. Like, I love this. Love, love, love it. And truth be told, it's a better option for the card that I'm going to make today. But because I've had the baby, I just wanted to show it off, and so I'm going to use it. And those of you watching this will get to see me use it for the first time. So look how cute she is. She's a girl. I've already decided, because, you know, when you're this little and you're this teensy tiny and you're this adorable, you have to be a girl, right? So look how just precious. She's super, super precious. So for those of you that, and she doesn't weigh anything, because, you know, this one's a workout. Every time I even heave it over, I get my Stampin' exercise. She weighs nothing. Like, you could toss her, you can take her wherever you want to go. If you craft with friends, if you move your stuff from house to house, like when I take my stuff downstairs and stamp in front of the TV sometimes, this is a better option. Or if you just are making a small card and you don't need full-size stuff. So like I said, on this one, I'm going to use it. I wanted to show you, because scale-wise, it's kind of hard to tell. I haven't even popped her open. You're going to get to see me do it all for the first time on this video. So this video already posted today. I very rarely post 2 videos in one day, but I might if I can get this one done, just because I want to show her off. So this is card size. These are the plates. So you can see, because I know when you see it in the catalog, like scale-wise, it's hard to see. So customers can start getting this in January, and of course sale-a-bration starts in January. She's $60 and she comes with all this, so you get everything that you need, and you get a free sale-a-bration thing with 50. So it's a perfect little marriage of stuff. This paper was one of the free things, but just size wise, so you get both of the different plates that you'll need for embossing. Then you get the 2 baby plates, and then you get the cutting plate. So we're going to need these because I'm not going to use a folder. So we're going to use this when it comes time to cut for this card. And this card originally, it's one of my camp projects for Friday. And it originally had a sneak peek because this time, when we're leaving a catalog and going into a new catalog, I like to we have an annual catalog, we have a holiday catalog, and then we're going to also use the new stamping sponges, which will be in the new upcoming catalog. So now you're getting 2 things that will be coming in January. Although the mini machine is also in the annual catalog. She's just taking a little while to come because, cute things, you wait for. So we're going to use these. But I like to kind of show you that even though this may be leaving, we don't have the retired list out yet. That doesn't mean that our stuff doesn't all match. So only white cardstock. It's the only color cardstock that you're going to need for this. And I didn't put any words on it because it can be Christmas for the girls that are coming to camp, or it can be a birthday card, just a winter card. It could be a thank you card. It could be a thanking of you. I've just left the words empty. So for this, I'm going to use a StazOn on my photopolymer. That means I have, because you can use it, but you just want to have your chamois close by, because as soon as you're done stamping, you just want to wash it off. But I didn't want black on this. I wanted to kind of keep it light and airy. And I also wanted to show you, because mine is new and I haven't done this yet, because every time I've used it, I think I need to do this in a video. So, you know, when you get a StazOn, this is going to end up being a long video, even though it's a really kind of a quick card, just because of all the things. So when you get these, they have this plastic thing. Don't throw this out, because the StazOn's a flash drying pad, and obviously the pad itself could flash dry. So if you just take a glue dot or two, I like to put 2 on, and then just stick a glue dot here and a glue dot here. Then this can stick to its lid, and you're not always messing with putting it back on, because I hate maybe getting your hands dirty. So I'm going to stick it in here, and I'm going to find something, piece of scrap. I'll just use this. And then just poke it in there. And now it is attached. So it's always going to keep this nice and tight and nice and airproof, but you don't have to always mess with that piece of plastic. So there's just a little StazOn tip for you. And I kept meaning to put it on there, but I wanted to show you in a video. So today I was like, just show them. But I didn't know I was also going to be showing you a new machine. So originally this had a better sheet of paper. They're not going to use the tiny machine because you can do all of the dies at once at camp. But to get this to go through baby, she's going to have to go this direction. And then you just want to wipe these off. So the StazOn isn't just the, whatever the StazOn ink is made from can eat through the photopolymer. So just make sure you get it all off there. It does stain because it's a permanent ink. But it's a great choice if you want to stamp on glass or plastic or our window sheets or something. And then I'm just going to color it with blends. Super quick coloring. So I've got Jade, which is my favorite green right now, and Soft Suede. So I'm just going to take the brush tip. And if I don't get this all colored in, that's okay, because my trees are snowy. And so the real reason I did the StazOn brown is because I wanted this tree to be brown. I didn't want this to be black. So that's the whole reason we went with the StazOn brown. And you could do it in regular and then just not use blends to color it in. Now I'm going to go with just a dark bit of the jade here. Again, I'm not going right up to the edge because I don't want it to bleed out. So we'll start away, and then if I need to fill in, I will. And I'm using the bullet tip. And then let's just blend these together. And again, if there's a little bit of white, that's okay. We'll just pretend it's snow. And don't go right up to the edge. And I'm not coloring over the top of the brown because it's not black. It can change the color just a tad. I want it to stay that nice and pretty brown. This card could easily be a masculine card. I'm going to take one more little, like just a super quick swash. Because even if you only have one color of blend, you can layer those. So now let's just get us one more little layer. Just kind of get that middle bit so it just gives it a nice shading of that. So that's all the coloring we need to do except for our background. So I have our card will be half a sheet of white. Just fold that down. And then this piece here is what we're going to mount our pieces on. So I have Misty Moonlight for a winter's night. And then I'm going to use the stamping sponges. So you just kind of rub this on here. And then you want to start off your paper. Because wherever it touches first, kind of grips that. It will get the darkest. So just get that on here and just kind of smudge it around. But you can see right where it touches, it gets the darkest. And you can work it forever, but we're just really going for a winter sky. So as long as we get color around, and you can get it so it's all the way coming off your brush. Really excited for the girls to use these on Friday because they're super, super soft. Like, it looks like it's going to be hard, but there's like 5 trillion little bristles on this, and they're really, really soft bristles. So I want this middle part right here to be darkest. And the more ink you get on it, the more it just kind of blends around. You can see right there where I hit. And this is a good card for them to use the first time. I haven't used stamping sponges a whole lot either, because we're going to cover this bottom part up. So it's allowing us to kind of feel what it get a feel for how they work, and know that we're going to not need that part down there. Okay, now we're going to take our Just Jade ink pad and my classic, I hope they never get rid of, Buffalo Check. And I've gone ahead and put it in the Stamparatus just because it's the easiest way to stamp it. I don't have a false front on this one, which usually I do it, but because the UPS man came right in the middle of me doing my card, it didn't get a false front. And I was like, well, it doesn't really need it. So just ink this up. And if not a whole lot of it's going to show. So you really just need to get all the edges. Make sure all the edges are inked. If the middle doesn't get inked, it doesn't matter because that whole panel is going to cover our middle. And then when you have here, let's flip it this way. When you have an open card, you just need to be careful that when you shut it, got some ink on me, that it shuts the card. And then just press all the way around all 4 edges. Just like that. And there, we're good. And you can see it looks like a hot mess, but when we lay this on top of it, it's going to be fine. So the reason that this would be better to use the big one is because on the big one, I can put all of my dies through at once. So it's going to be just the same as the other one. So you put that plate down and then this plate down. So we have our little set of trees. And this is the Coming Home. And remember, this is the one that proceeds from this stamp set go towards charities that help with adoption, which, you know, one of my little nephews is adopted. Infertility and foster care. So those are the 3 charities. So on the big machine, you can also get this through as. So this little machine would be a great one for somebody, for a gift, if they don't know that they want to stamp, if they're just trying it out, if you have a second home, if you travel. I mean, this would fit in your carry-on. You couldn't put the big one in your carry-on and carry it anywhere. So just roll that through. I think with these plates, I can already tell that you're going to want to make sure that you flip them just because they're smaller, so there's less surface area for the middle part to go through. Then I have a long piece, and this is cut. I touched it with my green finger. This is cut 5.5. Let's flip it that way. Just under 5.5. So this time I did it that way. This time I'll flip it that way. But other than that, it feels almost like, it's not, the other one is obviously smoother because it's bigger, so it's got more weight to it, but this works beautifully well. I'm already in love with her. You can tell she's cut well. Of course, brand new plates always have sticking issues. Let's pull her up. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. And you know, I should have ordered new plates. I think that we could order the new plates. Sometimes they don't let us order the new stuff until it is in the catalog. So let's just put this together. So we had this thing that I know you all think's a hot mess. And look, I can just pop her up and I can keep her right here. I cannot do that with my big one. So this is going to have to be trimmed down maybe if you don't like where it goes. But remember I said this part right here is going to be flipped. And then this piece, which I should have thought when I did this right here, my light bulb's going out above us. So you're probably getting some flickering. That's just great. So this has this little line right here. It's much more pronounced in the big machine. In this one, I don't mind it. In the other one, it gives like a big line. So with this one, I kind of just laid it on here and kind of decided where I wanted my trees to go. And then kind of where I wanted how much of this to show. So this is still a little big, so I'm just going to take my paper trimmer. And because I didn't flip my paper around, and because my inky fingers, you know, that's a stamper's thing, I touched that, excuse me, jade. I'll just trim that off, get rid of the jade fingerprint from my background stamp. And I'm going to do this so it's a tiny bit thinner. So a little bit more of my buffalo check will show. And I like that my trees can kind of go off the edge. Just like that. So now I'm going to take my seal. And again, this is flipped over backwards. Just put it right down here. So see what I mean about how this was a good project to start testing the sponges, because all of that down here got covered up. So now, see, it was a hot mess, but it doesn't matter because the hot mess is getting covered up. Because once you stick this on here, it covers up most of that yuckiness. So let's just take our little trees. I didn't add any ribbon to this because, like I said, I think it could make a perfectly good masculine card. I thought about tying some of the linen thread around it to kind of give that rope look. But then I kind of liked the less is more that I had going. Then take a dimensional. This on here. And then if you're giving it to a guy, I would probably just leave it. And I would probably, if you're doing a sentiment, I would probably put it right here if it's for a guy. Now, I'm going to assume that we're going to give it to somebody who likes a little bit of bling. So these are the snowflakes that are in the holiday catalog. And there are ones on here that are pretty white. So if you're giving it to a guy, just pull the white ones. But there are also ones that have the pink tinge to them just because they're that iridescent. And just kind of put 3 of them right here in the middle part where it's got that darkest blue. And there you go. A card that shouldn't take very long at all, but because I showed you how to put a lid on a StazOn, how to use a stamping sponge, and how adorable our new little machine is, it took a little bit longer, but super cute. This one I did pop up. I did not mount it straight on there, but that's what happens when you've got all the new things in between making your original card. So my goal this week has been to turn all of my videos into game projects. So as soon as I'm done, I can pack them up. I'm trying to kill 50 birds with 1 stone on everything that I do. So if you want a new catalog and you've never purchased from me before, you can let me know. And if I have extras when I'm done, I'm more than happy to send you one. If you want to make sure you're on the list, then place an order. I'm happy to send everybody one once. And then after that, if you're on my order list, you'll get one. So everybody have a great day, and I am going to go open my other box. Bye.